growth and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economy. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. Who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement can also apply. International students looking for a global learning environment are also key applicants. Application requirements are 5 SSC credits, including English and Mathematics, JAM and entrance exam scores, medical report, birth certificate, local government industry letter, recommendation letters. Why Higher Ground? We offer work study programs.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Sun TV, the pulse of the nation. You can also follow us on Facebook at Sun TV and on YouTube at Sun TV Live. My name is Mercy Joro, and now the news in full. Rivers sole administrator Ibong Ete Ibas appears before House of Reps and Hardcore Committee on Emergency Rule. Damagun expresses disappointment over Obovere's defection to APC, announces PDP caretaker committee in Delta. NEDC plans overhaul of Northeast Healthcare, pledges modern medical facilities and regional master plan. Defense Headquarters launches community engagement campaign to strengthen civil-military relationship in Adamawa State. Now the news in full. Ibok Ete Ibas, the sole administrator of Rivers State, appeared before the House of Representatives Hardcore Committee overseeing the state emergencies rule on April 25, 2025. The closed-door meeting followed a rescheduled session after Ibas requested more time to prepare. He apologized for missing the previous meeting, explaining he was still settling into his new role and sought the committee's understanding. The meeting signals the lawmakers' decision to take over the functions of the Rivers State House of Assembly, a move in response to the ongoing political crisis. On March 18, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu declared a state of emergency in Rivers State, citing a prolonged political crisis. This led to the suspension of Governor Similayo Fubara, his deputy, and the entire state assembly. Ibas was appointed as the state sole administrator, spending all political office holders and appointed by Fubara. The situation has faced criticism from local stakeholders, including protests demanding the restatement of Fubara. Umar Damagun, the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, has expressed disappointment over the defection of the Delta State Governor, Sheriff Obobere, to the All Progressive Congress. Speaking at the PDP National Secretariat in Abuja, Damagun described the move as painful and unexpected, particularly given the party's support for Delta State and its leaders. He revealed that a caretaker committee would be formed to manage the party's affairs in Delta, following Obovere's departure, along with other key figures such as Deputy Governor Monday Oyeme and former Governor Ifeanyi Nkowa. Damagun lamented the defections but emphasized that PDP remains resilient. Trusting in God's guidance, he urged the party members to remain focused on the upcoming 2027 election, stressing that the party can still succeed despite setback. He also acknowledged the effort of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and Governor Nelson Wike in supporting Delta, stating that the PDP will take immediate steps to regain control of its structure in the state. In a bold move to tackle the long-standing inadequacies in healthcare services across the northeastern region. The Northeast Development Commission has declared an urgent commitment to overhaul the region's medical infrastructure. Speaking during a strategic meeting with the Federal Ministry of Regional Development in Abuja, the Managing Director of the Commission, Mr. Mohammed Alkali, lamented the dire state of medical facilities, revealing that the entire region, which is home to an estimated 30 million people and currently relies on a single outdated MRI machine. Mr. Alkali disclosed that the Commission is proactively working to bridge the alarming gaps by procuring modern MRI machines and establishing state-of-the-art specialized medical centers across the 6 states within its region. These centers, he said, would serve as a center of excellence with dedicated focus areas including cardiology, internal medicine, and other critical specialties. The NEDC boss also drew attention to the destruction of vital healthcare infrastructure in Maiduguri due to the recent flooding, which devastated medical equipment and further compounded the challenges facing the healthcare sector. In response, he unveiled a sweeping regional master plan which aims to reposition the Northeast for sustainable development by 2030. Structured into 4 transformative phases, which includes stabilization, renewal, expansion, and sustainable growth. The master plan revolves around 11 fundamental pillars encompassing health, education, agriculture, infrastructure, regional integration, and others. With an estimated implementation cost of $80 billion, the blueprint includes bold initiatives such as the promotion of e-mobility, restructuring of damaged infrastructure, and a complete overhaul of the region's transport system. Minister of Regional Development Abubakar Moho commended the Commission's efforts but urged it to channel its resources into projects that was impactful, pragmatic, and achievable. He recommended the establishment of an investment corporation to secure sustainable financing and emphasized the need for accountability, transparency, and strategic partnership. Mr. Momo also called on the Commission to increase public awareness of its achievements and ongoing efforts, reinforcing the Commission's dedication. Retired Major General Paul Tafa, the NEDC board chairman, stressed the importance of collaborative action and pledged alignment with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda, stating that such partnerships are essential to achieving national development targets and improving lives in the northeastern region. In an effort to boost civil-military relationship and promote lasting peace, the Defense Headquarters on Thursday launched a military-led community engagement campaign in Yola South local government area of Adamawa State. The campaign is an initiative from the Defense Headquarters Border National Outreach Strategy, seeks to deepen trust, enhances security awareness, and foster patriotic cooperation among citizens. Leading the campaign was Commander Godwin Egbunu, who emphasized the need for a unit front in combating insecurity. He called on residents to serve as allies to the military by resisting criminal temptation and ensuring their families, especially youth, are not drawn into unlawful activities. Commander Egbunu urged parents and guardians to monitor their children closely and install values that would shield them from harmful influences. He further stressed the significance of viewing the military as a force of intimidation, but as a critical partner in community safety and national unity. Speaking against the danger of misinformation, Egbunu cautioned against the spread of fake news and advised citizens to rely on credible traditional media for verified information. Representing the 23 Brigade Yola, Brigadier General Paul Zawaya applauded the ongoing cooperation between the military and local residents. He cited the success of Operation Faruta as evidence of the benefit of strong civil-military synergy. The chairman of Yola South local government, Sahilu Maikohi, praised the military proactive stance in promoting peace and noted that the improved security has positively impacted local developments. Community leaders present at the event expressed their appreciation and called for the expansion of the campaign to other areas, especially regions plagued with persistent insecurity, to strengthen national unity and restore public trust in the armed forces. A fresh wave of violence has shaken Benue State, with reports confirming the abduction of 20 individuals traveling into two commercial vehicles along the volatile Aduka Nda Nka Makodi Road. The attack, which occurred near Nka in Gwa West local government area, has once again spotlighted the deepening of insecurity in Nigeria's north-central zone. Eyewitnesses' accounts revealed that the ambush involved two vehicles, a Toyota Picnic and a Volkswagen Sharon, carrying 19 passengers and two drivers. According to Yakubu Onu, Secretary of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, high-level units, both buses departed from Makodi's high-level motor park. One was heading to Lokoja with 9 passengers, of whom 6 were seized. The second vehicle is bound for Makodi from Ankwa lost 8 passengers to the gunmen. Several individuals, including one driver, an elderly woman, and a nursing mother, was reportedly released unharmed. Confirming the incident, His Royal Highness Daniel Ambose, the paramount ruler of Nka, identified the attack location as Okpa, an ungoverned space now serving as a haven for armed gangs. This incident adds to the series of recent violent assaults in the region. Earlier in April, 51 people were murdered in Zike village in Plateau State. Meanwhile, Benue's Logo and Bagri local governments recorded at least 56 fatalities, and the roadside bomb in Borno State killed 8. In another alarming development, 13 people were abducted near Otukpo, further highlighting public fears. Authorities have also raised concerns for a new insurgent faction, reportedly a splinter gap of Boko Haram known as the Mahmuda faction. This group said to have seized control of rural communities in Kwara and Niger states, imposing harsh Islamic law, levying taxes and settling civil disputes, and its own justice system. Reacting to the deteriorating security landscape, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu convened an emergency meeting with Nigerian top security chiefs on April 23rd. He directed an immediate overhaul of the national security architecture and emphasized the importance of cooperating among federal, state, and local governments. National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu confirmed that the president remained actively involved even while overseas and had issued firm directive for swift and coordinated action. In a related development, the Niger state government has imposed a dusk-to-dawn curfew in Minna, restricting movement and banning motorcycles and tricycles during curfew hours, except in medical emergencies. As part of its nationwide effort to alleviate hunger and economic hardship, the Dangote Foundation has donated 20,000 bags of 10 kg rice to the Taraba state government for distribution to vulnerable groups across the 16 local government areas. The donation was made under the Foundation National Food Intervention Program, aimed at supporting the Nigerian grappling with economic stress and food insecurity. The donation was formally handed over to the State Palliative Care Committee, which will oversee fair and transparent distribution of the food items. Representing the foundation of the event, Alhaji Bello Dan Musa, Group General Manager of the operation at Dangote Sugar Refinery, reaffirmed Alhaji Aliko Dangote's unwavering commitment to corporate social responsibility. He described the gesture as an expression of the group's resolve to give back to the society and uplift lives, especially in times of hardship. Alhaji Aminu Hassan Jauro, chairman of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, received the donation on behalf of the local council. He praised the initiative, noting that the support had significantly boosted morale at the grassroots and would bring relief to countless families facing food insecurity. In a statement, the Taraba state government reiterated its commitment to ensuring that the food items reach those who need them most. Officials assured the public that the process would be handled transparently, with mechanisms in place to prevent diversion and ensure equitable distribution across communities. The Enugu state government has officially recognized Igwe Alusi Chigozie Ogbonna as the traditional ruler of Ogugu Ntu Egbense ancient kingdom in Agu local government area. The certificate of recognition was presented at the Ministry of Rural Development, Local Government Matters and Chieftaincy Affairs in Enugu, followed by the presentation of the staff of office and the Ofontu Egbese in the community. With this, the Ogbonna assumes leadership of the over 32 communities that makes up the Ntu Egbense clan, which had been without a monarch since 1999. Commissioner for Local Government, Deacon Oke Ogbodo, who made the presentation on behalf of the governor, Peter Ndubisi Mba, urged the new monarch to uphold the community customary code and operate within the bounds of the law, warning that violence could result in withdrawal of his recognition. In his response, Igwe Ogbonna expressed gratitude to the state government and pledged to serve his people by promoting peace and attracting development and investors to the community. He assured full support for Governor Mba's administration and expressed readiness to unite with the community and collaborate with stakeholders. Ogbonna, who emerged victorious in January 14, 2025 election with 867 votes, said the moment marked a new chapter for the people of Ogugu. The Nigerian Army has inspected a proposed site for forward operation base in Iluke Bunu Kaba Bunu local government area of Kogi State as part of the effort to strengthen security in the region. Brigadier General CD, commander of the 12th Brigade, led the inspection on Thursday, emphasizing the strategic significance of the location due to the accessibility and proximity to multiple local government areas, including Ijumu, Mkpamuro, and Lokoja. He noted that the base would enhance rapid response to security threats and help restore public confidence. General CD was accompanied by the State Security Advisor, Commander Duro Jerry Omodara, and other senior officers. The delegation was warmly received by traditional ruler Oba Ayimiro, high chiefs, and youth representatives, who pledged support for the initiative. Commander Omodara reaffirmed the state government's commitment to working with the security agency to safeguard lives and properties. In support of the project, federal lawmaker Salam Idris has initiated steps to redesign existing structure on the site to meet modern security standards for the immediate establishment of the base. Jigawa State Government has launched a 2025 annual animal vaccination campaign with an ambitious goal to vaccinate over 950,000 livestock across the state. Dr. Mahmoud Danyaro, the Director of Veterinary Service at the Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources, confirmed the initiative in Dutse on Thursday. The vaccination drive will target 500,000 cattle, 300,000 goats and sheep, and 150,000 chickens, with a focus of preventing diseases such as contagious bovine and cattle, pest pestis, ruminancy in goats and sheep, and Newcastle disease in chickens. The campaign the campaign, which began on Tuesday, is set to last for 2 weeks and is free of charge. Danyaro emphasized that the vaccination effort aims to improve animal health and ensure the safe production of meat and milk for both local consumption and border markets. He urged livestock owners to cooperate and present their animals for vaccination to help protect them from preventable diseases. The Consumer Advocacy and Empowerment Foundation has launched the Renew Energy Nigeria platform, a nationwide initiative aimed at improving access to decentralized renewable energy solution. The launch took place in Lagos State, already leading in the electricity sector, the reform under the new regulatory framework. CDEF Executive Director, Professor Chinso Ndukwe Okafor, described the platform as a tool to democratize access to clean energy, information, and resources. Aligned with national development goals, Lagos State, through its electricity law, has attracted private investment and established regulatory structure to support the functional electricity market. According to Kaldim Abiodun Balogun of the Lagos State Electricity Board, this effort aimed to address infrastructure and payment security challenges. Private sector stakeholder Segun Adaju praised Lagos for setting the pace in renewable energy innovation, noting his work on the state's centralized renewable energy decks. Despite the national challenges such as import restriction and the forest fluctuation, Lagos environments remain promising for clean energy expansion. Highlighting the urgency, Olumide Ajayi pointed out that over 40% of Nigeria lack reliable electricity. Professor Ndukwe Okafor concluded with a call to ensure clean energy is accessible to all, not just to the wealthy, reinforcing the platform's inclusive and scalable vision. Former Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu has officially announced his candidacy for the 2027 gubernatorial election in Nasarawa State. Running under the All Progressive Congress banner, Adamu made the declaration during a meeting with the APC State Working Committee in Lafia, the state's capital, on Thursday. He cited a clarion call from the people of Nasarawa, who he said have faith in leadership and experience. In a speech, Adamu pledged to lead an inclusive, transparent administration focused on delivering tangible development across all sectors. His entry into the race added another prominent name to the list of gubernatorial aspirants for the 2027 election. The Akwa Ibom state government has paid over 60 billion naira to settle outstanding gratitude and arrears owed retired primary school teachers, according to the state head of service, Elder Effiong Essen. Speaking at a media briefing in Oyo on Thursday, Essen revealed that the current administration inherited a 90 billion naira debt to retired teachers. He commended Governor Umo Eno for prioritizing workers' welfare and noted that the consistent release of funds demonstrated a commitment to supporting both retired and active civil servants. Essen also highlighted the state's plans to immediately begin paying gratitude upon retirement once the backing is cleared. Additionally, Essen shared the retirees from 200 onward have received pension increase, with a permanent secretary now receiving an additional 500,000 naira. He affirmed that the governor's effort is improving workers' morale have led into higher productivity across ministries. Essen further disclosed that the staff verification exercise at Akwa Ibom State University is on the way to integrate university workers into the state's payroll. The state has also begun paying the new 80,000 minimum wage retroactive to November 2024, with 53,000 out of 55,000 staff verified for the wage adjustment. To address outstanding pension contribution, the government has released 500 million monthly, and 15 local education authorities have already received their refunds. Katsina state government has expressed interest in taking over the 10 megawatt wind farm in the state to enhance electricity supply through the integration of solar energy, expanding the plant's capacity. Governor Diko Umar Rada made this known during a strategic meeting with the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, aimed at strengthening energy development collaboration between federal and state governments. According to the statement released on Wednesday, the meeting focused on aligning efforts to promote sustainable energy infrastructure and improve electricity across the state. The state government, in partnership with Genesis Energy, seeks to assume control of the federal government-built wind farm and hybridize it with solar power. Minister Adelabu commended Governor Radu's initiative and assured him of the federal government's support, describing the plans as consistent with the Electricity Act 2023, which empowers subnational government in electricity development. He emphasized that the move aligns with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, focused on universal energy access and economic empowerment. He further pledged the federal government's commitment to facilitating a seamless concession in process for the wind farm and supporting Katsina State's energy expansion goals. Senator Priest Ned Nwoko has described the defection of Delta State Governor to the All Progressive Congress as a pivotal moment in Nigerian political history. In a statement issued on April 25, Nwoko applauded the governor's decision, urging him to seize the opportunity to drive constitutional reform, particularly the creation of Anioma and New Delta State. Nwoko emphasized that the APC, now bolstered by the defection of 5 former PDP governors, is better positioned to push for long overdue amendments that addresses historical injustice and national marginalization. He noted that he proposed states would give voice to the previous underrepresented communities, promote economic development, and ensure more inclusive governance. The senator called on the governor to lead with a renewed sense of purpose, abandon outdated political practices, and embrace the APC progressive agenda. According to him, the move to the ruling party would be symbolic but transformative, aimed to rewriting past wrongs and contributing meaningfully to the national restructuring. He concluded by affirming that this realignment offers a strategic moment for southern Nigeria, particularly Delta State, to benefit from the federal government's renewed hope agenda. The Kwara State government has pledged to bring terrorists to justice following a deadly attack in Elisha, Baruba, which left 6 people dead and 2 injured. The state speaker, Yakubu Danladi Shahilu, led a delegation to visit the emir of Elisha, Baruba, and the families of the victim, offering condolences and expressing solidarity with the community. In a related development, the People's Democratic Party in Kwara State has expressed concerns over the growing insecurity, particularly in Kiama, Baruti, and Obon Agule Access. The party commended Governor Abdurraham Abdurrazak's handling of the situation, accusing him of political insensitivity and failure to use security funds effectively. The PDP also criticized the misuse of security vehicles meant for community policing and called for their redeployment. In a stakeholders meeting held in Benin City, Asui Gadulo, the People's Democratic Party candidate for the 2025 Edo governorship election, urged party members to stay strong and focused despite ongoing challenges. Igadulo emphasized the party commitment to restructuring and strengthening, promising to reward those who work loyally during the election. He assured party members, declaring that the era of rewarding non-contributors was over. He highlighted the party's success despite significant opposition, including intimidation and financial pressures, and vowed to continue fighting for the people's mandate. With an appeal case on the way, Igadulo expressed confidence in the party's legal team and their resolve to take the case to the Supreme Court if necessary. He encouraged unity among the PDP leaders and members, reassuring them that their cases would be handled by God. Notably, PDP leaders present included Chief Tom Nikimi, former Governor Lucky, and member of the Edo State House of Assembly, amongst others. Reverend Father Ibrahim Amos, a priest of the Catholic Diocese of Kafanchan, was abducted on Thursday morning from his residence at St. Gerard Kwasi Catholic Parish in Kuru local government area, Kaduna State. He was released by the captors around 10 p.m. on the same day. The Catholic Diocese of Kafanchan confirmed his release in a statement on Friday, expressing gratitude to the security agencies and the public for their prayers and support during the ordeal. Reverend Father Jacob Sanet